Hello everybody. Today is day 20 of my 30-day self-challenge doing fascial maneuvers. It's a lovely day. The sun is out today, so it's a little brighter than it has been. The weather is really nice. It's kind of like an extended, extended summer almost. It's just lovely. Hasn't gotten cold yet. So today I have decided to do a vestibular reset to start because a lot of people get out of balance. When you lose your balance, that's one of the things that puts people in the nursing home is losing balance, because they get dizzy, they fall, and then they hurt themselves, and then they end up having to go through some kind of recovery. And it's really not fun when you're dizzy all the time. My mom was having vertigo really bad. My grandma, that was, the demise of my grandma, was having vertigo for 20 years. And finally she just fell so bad, she hurt herself so bad, her heart couldn't withstand the surgery. And so I think maintaining your balance, I have had my mom doing these vestibular reset exercises from Human Garage for quite some time, and they have cumulatively really helped her to let go of being dizzy all the time. She's not falling like she was. It was really concerning me because she was black in her eyes and she refused to wear a cane at the house. You use a cane at the house, and even going out in public, she doesn't want to do that. But it's a very serious issue for a lot of people as they get older, because for one, they're not up on their feet a lot, and so their body's proprioceptors don't really get a chance to reset. But this is a really simple, easy exercise to help reset your balance. So first, you can put your thumb all the way out, but I like to put my thumb about, a foot, maybe 14 inches in front of my face. And then I am going to, going to look to the right with my head, and then I'm going to close my eyes and bring it back to center. Okay, so I'm going to go to the right, and then I'm going to go down and up in each corner, and then I'm going to do it to the left. I know, and it can even help with that. It can really help if somebody has issues, but sometimes people, when they have any kind of cognitive decline, they don't want to do the exercises. But my mom, she was willing to do the exercises, so I'm really, really lucky. Hi, Inflow. You guys, I bet you had such a great time. So anyway, we're going to put our finger, whatever feels comfortable to you, okay? Whatever feels comfortable to you. When we do the right side, we're just going to use our right hand, right thumb. If you want to put it all the way out, you can, but I like to put it a little bit closer. Although at the end, I will do like eye push-ups, what you call eye push-ups, where you just focus as you move away and forward. So first, I'm going to look forward, and I'm going to turn my head to the right as I keep focusing on that thumb. And then I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to come back to center. And I'm going to notice if I am lined up with my thumb or not, because as you go, it resets your proprioceptors, the little sensors in your body which tell it in time and space where you are. And now I'm going to look to the right, all the way around, and close my eyes and come to center. I'm going to look to the right as I focus on my thumb, close my eyes, and come back to center. See, every time I do it, I get a little bit more on target with being on center. Look to the right. Move my head to the right as I'm looking at my thumb, close my eyes, and come back to center. Look to the right, close my eyes, come back to center, and I'm going to do one more because I'm going to do 6 each direction. Look to the right, move my head to the right as I'm looking at my thumb, close my eyes, come back to center. Now I'm going to move my head in this direction. So I'm going along this plane in an X direction, okay? So I'm moving my head up, closing my eyes, coming back to center, moving my head, closing my eyes, coming back to center. Sometimes, you'll catch yourself not closing your eyes or closing your eyes as you move. It's all right. It's all good. No matter how you end up doing it, it's fantastic. So move my head up to the right diagonally, close my eyes, down to center. Move my head diagonally to the right and up, close my eyes, and down to center. 2 more times. Look at my thumb as I'm moving my head up to the right. Close my eyes, come to center. And I'm going to do it one more time. Looking at my thumb as I move my head and down to center. Now I'm going to move my head on a diagonal plane down and to the right. So as I'm looking at my thumb, I'm moving my head down, close my eyes, and back to center. Move my head diagonally down as I'm looking at my thumb, close my eyes, back to center. Again, down, close my eyes, 3 more times. Close my eyes, back to center, 2 more times, down. Close my eyes, back to center. And the last one on this side, look down, close my eyes, and back to center. You know, I could have, and I probably should have, just like checked my balance before I started, but I knew I was having just a little bit of a balance issue since yesterday. I was having trouble balancing. So there's another way you can do it. Now you can actually move your thumb up and only move your eyes, okay? But I'm just going to keep doing it the way I was doing it. You know, in each direction, you just, you know, bring it back to center, you know, closing your eyes in between. Many techniques will have you looking as you're tracking both directions, but when you close your eyes, as you come back to center, you're actually speeding up the process of resetting your proprioceptors. You know, those little sensors in your body that tell it where you are in time and space. So I'm going to put my thumb, my left thumb in front of me. Find a nice distance. I like that right there. I'm going to look to the right, close my eyes. Look to the left. Move my head to the left, close my eyes, and come back to center. Move my head to the left. Come back to center. To the right. To the left. My mouth. Close my eyes. Come back to center. 2 more times. Close my eyes. And the last one, turning my head only. Close my eyes. I'm going to put my thumb away because this thing keeps thumbs upping me. So I'm just going to look at my knuckle. So now I'm going to move my head up and to the left. So I'm going to keep looking at my thumb. Close my eyes. Looking at my thumb. Close my eyes. Looking up to the left. Moving my head up to the left. Close my eyes. And 3 more. Close my eyes. 2 more. Moving the head to the left. Close my eyes. And the last one this direction. And close my eyes. Sometimes it's like a little bit of a trick to keep your eyes open and closing as you want them. Now I'm going to go down and to the left with my head as I focus on my thumb, closing my eyes, come back to center. See, that one was a little glitchy, so I'm going to keep doing that one. Close my eyes, back to center. See, even just that first one was a little glitchy. The second one was good. Now I'm going to do this. Close my eyes. 3 more. Down. Close my eyes. 1 more. Close my eyes. And the last one. And then close my eyes. Another thing you can do that's really good and really helpful, because I have had a lot of head trauma. Even as children, we bang and bump our heads. We don't even think about it and go, but those can cause little micro injuries in your brain. So if you just stabilize yourself and move, like you can go one direction with one hand and then really track slowly your eyeballs around and notice if there's any glitchy spots. So I'll go one direction. Now I'm going to go the other direction. See, I had a little bit of a glitch right there. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to move my finger. I'm going to step back a little bit. So I'm following my finger around. And when I found a glitchy spot, I just go back and forth a little bit until that glitchy spot kind of smooths out. Following it with my fingers. Following my finger with my eyeballs. Now I didn't have any. Now this one was a little bit glitchy right there. So I'm going to follow it around. And then everybody has little different glitchy spots. And since I've been doing this, it's helped my vision. It's helped my depth perception. It just helps balance the brain, you know, neurologically connected fascia inside your brain. Now I'm going to just take my thumb and put it really close. And then I'm going to take it out as far as I can while I'm focusing on it. And then I'm going to bring it back. Oh, I'm going to hide my thumb. And then I'm going to focus out and focus in. This works the tiny little muscles in your eyeballs, which allow your eyeballs to focus. I'm going to do that 3 more times. Out, all the way. Or if you want to, you can look at something far away and then focus on something close. Focus on something far away, focus on something close. That actually is a little more effective if you find something really far away and then focus on something close. Focus on something far away, focus on something close. That gets those tiny little muscles in our eyeballs. They get weak. And if you don't work them, because kids are looking everywhere and doing everything, and then we start getting focused on our computers or on our work, on our phone, and the muscles in our eyes get weak. So this is a way to help strengthen the muscles in your eyes so that you're able to focus a little more clearly. I know people who have actually had to reduce their prescriptions in their eyes. I have a hard time getting my eyes, getting eye adjustments, because even though I have one that's more farsighted and one nearsighted, when they correct my vision, I get dizzy, I get out of balance, I can't read, I feel like I'm just like a drunk sailor on the ocean, and I don't like that feeling. So I'm not a fan of vision correction for myself. That might have something to do with all the head trauma I have, but I am not sure. Vestibular reset is very, very helpful for people with those balance problems. And like I said, just doing the little exercises. And then if you want to just focus, you don't even have to use your thumb, but if you just focus as you roll your eyes around, you can focus around in circles. Just see, there's a glitchy spot still right there. So I'm going to go back down, around, and I don't know if you can see my eyes. See, that was much more smooth as I was going around that way. I didn't have the little glitchy spot up here. Okay, now let's do since we did a little bit on the head, let's just do let's do a shoulder turn, a shoulder twist. Now I'm just gonna find which way is tighter first, okay? For me, it's this way. So I'm gonna turn my whole shoulder this way, and then I am going to spin my hand out the opposite way. I'm going to turn my head away. I'm going to turn my body towards that shoulder, and I am just going to breathe. Maybe moving around a little bit. I'm going to push my shoulder up, twisting, really twisting, moving my head away. I like to do shoulder rolls when I do this. Maybe hang out at that spot that's super tight, kind of connecting my shoulder to my scapula there. And as I'm doing this, I'm taking advantage of the opportunity to focus as I'm going. So now I'm going to feel, oh, see, this shoulder just feels relaxed now, while this shoulder still feels kind of elevated and up. Yes. All right. Now I'm just going to feel which way is tighter. I need to do it this way on this one. I'm going to turn my hand in to get the opposite rotation, and I'm actually going to bring it forward. I'm bringing it forward this way because that's where I feel like I get the most tension release. And now I'm going to turn my head away. I'm going to spin my body that direction, and I'm just going to breathe. Maybe squat a little bit. Kind of rock back and forth. I'm going to lift that shoulder, really getting that twist. Now I'm going to rotate my neck around. I'm getting some major crackles in there. Oh, that made my whole body break out in a sweat. The simplest things can make you just release. Today is 11/11. It's a super, super manifestation portal. So if you're trying to accomplish something, focus your mind on your goal. Focus your mind on what you're really wanting to accomplish. Don't allow your mind to linger on things that you don't want to manifest in your life. It's not going to help you out. So next I'm going to kind of lean forward and I'm just going to grab this big meaty part of skin right here and I'm going to twist my arm out. I'm going to lean. I'm going to turn my body to the right as I turn my head and my hips to the left. And I am just going to breathe. I'm going to hang it down a little bit. I'm going to lean that way a little bit and move my head around. I have found that I get a lot of releases out of my neck when I work on my shoulders. Oh, that feels so good. It just feels like the whole side of my body just relaxed into the floor, just doing those 2 shoulder moves. Now let's do that other one on the left side here, that second move, that shoulder move. I'm just finding where the tightest spot is, and I'm just grabbing it and I'm yanking it over to the opposite side. And then I'm going to twist that arm out. I'm going to check. Oh, it needs to go up a little bit. See, this one I need to go up a little more than I did the other, but this is my broken collarbone side, so that makes sense on my body. So now I'm just going to twist my body to the left, turn my head to the right for a few breaths, kind of just settle myself, balance on my feet. Maybe moving my arm around a little bit to find those tension spots. Now I'm going to do the same where I roll my neck around. Man, that turned into some popcorn doing that. Really releasing everywhere in my body. Now I want to do a psoas release because the psoas release is below, but it also releases up into the rib cage. I found the psoas release really helps my gut. If my gut's out of whack, doing a psoas release a couple times a day really helps just kind of reset your digestion. You can add it with an organ reset or not. But today I'm not going to do the organ reset. I'm just going to do a psoas release on each side. And so what I want you to do is I just want you to find your belly button. And then I want you to come 2 inches to the right and 2 inches down. And then I find like a tight spot in there. And I pull, and I'm pulling my hands apart and I'm pulling my hands up. So find your belly button, go down, find that tight spot and really pull up. I can feel it all the way down into my knee when I do this. So I'm pulling, and now I'm going to step back with that same foot. I'm going to lean back a little bit. I'm going to turn my head the opposite side, and then I am going to breathe big breaths, 3 in the mouth. Kind of rocking forward a little bit more on that knee. Maybe moving my head around. Lean a little bit more. Now my nose. That adds a whole different dimension through the nose. And again. Dropping my neck. Okay, now I'm going to unwind from that. That releases all the way down into my knee. I still feel like this side, now I feel like this side is even looser than it was after I did the shoulder release. So next I'm going to do the left side. So I find my belly button, I go 2 inches over or 2 inches down. If there's like a tight spot that's not exactly 2 inches and 2 inches, just find whatever works best for your body, okay? So I've got this little spot right here and I'm pulling up my hands apart and I'm stretching up And now I'm gonna step back with that leg, okay? And then I'm gonna lean back, really lean back, and I'm gonna push into that front knee. Like push my hips into that front knee. I'm gonna turn my head a little bit to the right for a few breaths. Push into it a little bit more, moving my head around. Leaning back more. Okay. Oh yeah, that's really helped. Really helpful. Now I feel like I'm going to bring my chair and I am going to sit in the chair and I am going to release my shins. Okay? I feel like my shins are just a little bit tight, and so I'm going to release my shins. So an easy way to do it is you just sit in a chair, you cross your hands like this, you put them against the front of your leg. I'm just making myself comfortable, and then I'm sliding my hands up as much as I can and getting a nice big grip. Now I'm going to twist my foot around and I'm going to breathe. Oh, you can see my dirty feet because I've been outside, I've been everywhere. I hardly ever wear shoes. I'm going to move my foot up and down. Oh yeah, that's great. And now I'm just gonna, like, I have tingling going on in my feet right now. My feet are literally on my left side is tingling. So now I'm gonna do the same thing on the back of my leg. So I'm gonna, again, clasp my hands behind. I'm gonna pull up as much as I can. I'm gonna flex my foot up, my dirty foot. And then I'm gonna roll my ankles around. And I'm just using the weight of my body to pull. I'm not pulling with I have my shoulders down. Oh, that's really good. And that really helps. I've been having I don't know what's going on with one of my toes. It's just been a little angry at me. So now I'm going to do the right side. So again, I'm going to clasp my fingers. I'm going to slide it up until I get a nice pull, and then I'm just going to rotate my foot around. And I'm going to take note that I need to check my feet if I've been running around a lot. It had been raining a lot, and there was a lot of just dirt and sand and stuff everywhere, and there's leaves and everything, so... Oh, see, now my right foot is not as tingly, but I can feel like my arch released somehow. And now I'm just going to clasp my hands again, do the bottom, and pull. I'm glad you like it, Ruby Jean. And twist. Just using the weight of my body to pull. I can move my head around and I can, oh, wow. I got a really fantastic crack out of my neck with that. That was amazing. I'm dropping the shoulders, just moving around. Flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. That's great. Oh, yeah. So now I'm just gonna feel myself, feel my body. See, that really helped my toe. That really helped my toe. I've just been, I'm not sure what's going on. I think I had pinched something in here, but then it got constricted on down the line of fascia. So just releasing all that stuff really, really is helping me stay more balanced. And I could tell a difference when I did my psoas release after doing that vestibular reset, because sometimes I'll be a little less than stable. But today I felt really stable in that. I mean, I adjusted a little bit, but it wasn't because I was feeling out of balance. It was just because I needed to adjust a little bit. Today is 11/11. It's a manifestation portal. It's an awesome day. We are at step 19, Scorpio. So step 19, We need to feel our heart, check in with our heart before we take any action, and that will lead to manifestation. And that is how we create things. We go through the steps. 0 through 11 is manifestation, but you got to check every place to make sure. But you always want to check in with your heart. You always want to make sure your protection. Scorpio is about protection. So we're protecting where our heart feels, what our heart wants before we take action. And then we are helping ourselves to manifest our dreams. And since it's 11/11, Super Manifestation Day, on a manifestation day, that's amazing. A Step 10 day is all about manifestation, about materializing things in your world that you want to see, about obtaining your goals. So it's a really fantastic day for doing all that stuff. I appreciate everybody that came in today. Oh, thank you so much for all the hearts. I'm glad it helped you, and I'm really happy to see everybody. Oh, it helped even your hips out. See, that's what it did for me too, even though I didn't really, yeah, the psoas release is about the hips, but it just feels like it balanced me out, and it released whatever has been pulling on my, making my toe like feel like it's on fire, because I don't know what's going on with that. I know I'm just steadily unwinding and uncurling all my trauma. I love you guys, and I hope you have such a wonderful day. Have the best day you can, and I will be back tomorrow. Take care, guys.